Hello and welcome. This is Chris-Ann from Elemental Energies with Chris-Ann, and today we're doing a flip through of a sunflower, butterfly, dragonfly vintage journal. That's a mouthful. And this is a journal that's going to a very deserving woman who gives to a lot of people, and I think she needed this journal. So her favorite flower is sunflowers. She also plays the saxophone, so there's a lot of little music references throughout the journal. She's a gardener, so she loves her gardens. She loves her flowers. So I've incorporated lots of different flowers, dragonflies, butterflies as well. And I even included some in the charms here on the side. There's two different charms. One's a butterfly, one's a dragonfly, using the bulb clips right here. And I tied a bunch of ribbons on the sides. And also, not only did I do ribbon, I did some lace and I did some muslin that I coffee stained. So there's some strings of the muslin here as well, different laces and ribbons that I like to collect. So all of those are just tied onto the ring. So let's give this book a little bit of a look through here. So there's lots of different papers that I've decorated. There's book pages, and then there's also little clippings from other paper that's you can purchase, scrapbooking paper, etc. I made a lot of these little components that go into this journal. So this is a little, let's see, I have some of them right over here, as a matter of fact. Don't mind my arm, or arms. So these, I just make a whole bunch of these, and I make a whole bunch of these little components, and when I'm ready to put together my books, I have them ready. So let's do a flip through of this book. I like to do a lot of coordinating pages, but I don't always do coordinating pages. But when I do, they match for the most part. So here I have matching belly bands, and behind the belly bands I have some tags. I have, she's a teacher as well, so there's a lot of sort of teacher references here that are rather subtle, but index cards, the library card, more index cards, and those are carried through both sides behind the belly bands, and these can be taken out and utilized. I also used a lot of the book pages that I have decorated to create these little end tabs that are throughout the book here on the different pages. And if you watch my other videos, when I'm doing my jelly press plate, I always take my brayer and put it off on book page, off to the side. That's what these are. I've added these here, so I've got a bunch of those. Oops, we skipped a page. She loves butterflies and she loves purple. So we did some purple in here. She is an artist as well as being a teacher. She's a very creative soul, so we have a lot of reference to that. We have some hidden journaling spots here, some other hidden journaling spots here. I've added some little floral things, some little snippet pieces that you just glue on. This is a paper that I have decorated, and I cut it down and added a strip on this side so there can be some coordination between the two pages, and I stenciled the background on this one. She loves her sunflowers, so I had to create some beautiful sunflower things with some hidden journaling underneath. Simply stenciled all around here. Some other beautifully stenciled flowers on this side, stenciling over here. Once again, some hidden journaling behind all of that. On this side, we have some side pockets on either side. These are coordinating, and within these side pockets, I created these little teeny tiny booklets. There's some glassine bags, and I'm going to stick some tags in there. Every book I make gets oracle cards. There's some journaling cards here. There's more library cards. There's more paper that she can journal on, and those are all tucked here in this side pouch. And I have the coordinating on this side as well with the seam items tucked in. And you can see I added these little tabs to the different pages. These she can just journal right over my stenciling. On these, I used the distress crayons and I created my version, an artistic version of a flower. Here I stenciled a mandala, so she can just simply journal right over these or put some paper over them, however she wants to use those. Since she's an artist, I left these pages for her to add that type of stuff too. On this side, we have a little flip through book that I did a little vintage stuff with, and at the top there are these tags that pull out, and I did ribbon. No, I'm sorry, I did lace. And these I created using a punch, and they're all index cards. So every single one of these tags come out. You can journal on them. You can use these for hidden journaling as well. So they're little pockets within this book, and this little bouquet mimics the bouquet that's on the front. And there's a little tuck spot right here that holds on to that book. On this side, it's a little bit different. I have one of these hidden paper clips that I use to hold this closed, so you can move this to the side, and then this opens and this opens. There's some hidden journaling spots here and some ATCs that I added to each side. So she can journal on the back of that, and then she has some ATCs. And also, I put a little note in every single book that I make, a note from me, and that's where this is going to be going. And I don't show those. That's private for the recipient. Once again, here's another one of those little side tags. I stenciled the background, added some little snippets. On these pages, I stenciled the backgrounds once again, but I created these little notebooks, and these will open up. This is kind of holding it in, and this little hidden paper clip is holding this one in. But these are notebooks that I created that these are stuck in. These are permanent in here. And I decorated the front. Once again, more music references, more flower references, etc. And on the back, you can see I continued it with the flower references, some artistic references, some really pretty, she's very girly and loves frilly things. She loves pinks, she loves purples. I tried to add all of that, but yet keeping the yellow as a theme because she likes sunflowers so much. So that was sort of my theory on how to approach this book and what to add to it. Each one of my books is very, very particular. This one I was creating for somebody in particular. But if I'm creating a book that I'm selling, I'm sticking with that theme. I have a theme in my head. I'm sticking with that theme. I'm sticking with that idea. So I hope everybody enjoyed watching a flip through of my sunflower journal. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be free.